right, do you want to say hi first, Sarah, and intro us, and then we'll jump
Sure.
in?
Hi, everyone. Well, some people on here I know are coming on from, well, we're all one big team, so right, that doesn't matter. But I actually just joined a week ago, October 2nd. Um, and funny story, my products still aren't here. So Jamie sent me a couple of very generous box today, but I just want to say it's proof that you don't even need the products to move up. I mean, just talking about it on social media and sharing your heart and your passion and learning as you go, I think can really obviously elevate your business just like that. So Jamie is my upline. I had watched her. It just seemed like such a safe space, and I wanted that again. I am a uh, what are we saying? Like a cut off Beachbody coach as of the end of October. And it was a big shock. And I had represented Herbal Face Food. And if you're not familiar, it was a very high end product. And a lot of people that were following me were like, I wish I could afford that, but I can't. Do you know of a skincare? And I found Hue and Grace just by Googling, like, because I couldn't recommend anything. Nothing really had, such great ingredients. So I actually was thinking about becoming an affiliate, checked with Beachbody, and they were like, nope. So here I am. I bounced back. I was a boomerang, and now I'm building a team. And I just keep saying from over 1,800 people on my team, and now I have five, actually almost six, but she's having trouble signing up. So I'm going to talk to her. And Jamie has just been nothing but such a resource. I am a question person. And I question a lot of things to understand. So I appreciate it from my team that asked questions. So Jamie's just going to get us all started on like a getting started right call. I sent her a couple notes about stuff like, hey, I don't want to forget to mention this. But I just feel so, it sounds like a therapy session, but so accepted. These people are so friendly. A lot of them are faith-based, which is what I am. And I just feel like it's just such a great space and community. And the products, obviously, all third-party tested. Like I can stand behind, I can honestly say I stand behind every single product knowing it's third-party tested. I couldn't do that at my former company. So it's just, I don't know. I'm very clearly excited. I'm excited to grow. I'm excited to learn again and learn from all of you too. Here you go, Jamie.
I love it. I'm so excited too. Okay, so real fast, is there anyone who's not from Beachbody on this call? You can put in the chat. I think we all are at one point in our lives. Or
No,
is it
none, a couple of mine
oh, a
aren't.
couple not? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
good to know. That's what I
that was
wanted.
that was kind of the point sometimes.
On the point. Perfect. Okay. So I won't, I mean, we're not going to talk about that. I just wanted to know, like, because I wanted to say first, like, I know sometimes we land here for various reasons. Sometimes we like just jump for it, and sometimes we are like kicked through the door with it because of circumstances. And regardless of like how you ended up here, I'm just so glad that you're here and you have landed in like a really safe, awesome space. I started here a year last October, which is crazy, with a couple of the other leaders on our team. And um, we have had the most fun year ever. And we really have worked incredibly hard to build a really beautiful community where everyone can feel accepted and safe and acknowledged and seen. And we had been at Beachbody for a lot of us, not all of us, but we'd been in another space for a long time and saw all the good things, beautiful things about it, and then all of there are also the not so great things, or the stuff that kind of went sour. And so we knew like what we wanted to leave behind, and we knew when we wanted to be intentional about creating here. And so I just invite you to do the same thing of like, this is our fresh start, whether you're brand new to network marketing, whether you're brand new to social selling, or whether you've been doing this a while and this is just the next chapter in your journey. Like, you get to decide exactly how this looks like and leave whatever's not going to serve you and who you want to become in this new era, like at the door. And know that you'll be celebrated and championed for it. So we're going to talk a little bit about what that looks like. But a lot of this, I remember, and this is after like 11 years of doing this, and I felt really overwhelmed. And I was on it. I used to put the O, I used to call it the O word, and I would like put that word forbidden on my team. And I'm like, no, that's a victim mindset. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm grown. I know better now. Like we get overwhelmed sometimes. It's just what you do with it, right? You just have to keep moving through it and just decide like, am I going to get paralyzed by it or am I going to just swim through it? And I hope that you choose to swim through it. You've got a lot of great guides. And what we have been able to do for the last year is build incredible systems. And when we dropped in, and this is Allie, she's one of the leaders on our team, but she's also my assistant. So you guys will get to know Allie a lot. She like is my other half, actually not even half of my brain. She's like 3/4 of my brain. And she's an incredible human. But we had zero systems. Like we kind of dropped into this ecosystem with like nada. And the stuff that was there was kind of outdated and not up to our quality standards. So we like have made everything. But that's also how we learned. That's how I learned. And actually she was like, I can help. And I'm like, no, hands off. I want to learn how to do all of this myself. And so because I realized how much fun it was to feel new again, right? And like giving myself permission to take that messy action and to go like just get my hands dirty and like watch all the videos and go through the things and create, you know, I know like a lot of people are like, I'm like, we're making posts again and talking about like our heart again, like in ways that it feels like this deep part of ourselves that maybe we haven't tapped into in a minute or ever. So part of that, my hope is that you give yourself permission just to have fun being a hot mess for a little bit, because I think that's part of the joy of it. That's part of the adventure of it. And you are in really good company, and there's really no such thing as like a wrong step in this. It's just finding your voice with it. So that's my like little blessing to us all. And there's a lot we could dig into. And we did a call earlier today that afterwards I was sitting going, that was too much. That was too much. So we're going to do a little less. And then we can do this again with like a little bit more. But I want to give you like just the most essential things in terms of like an orientation. Because for me, actually 2/3 of the world are visual learners. Like if I get my eyeballs on something, I'm going to be more likely to remember it, but I'm going to show it to you and talk through it. But I also want you to um, feel free to like unmute and ask a question while we're doing this. Okay, so please do. If something's popping in your brain, there's the polite thing to do is to ask the question in real time. That's so let's go ahead and get started with that. Um, where do I need to go? I'm going to this screen, but I'm going to start here. So if you go to portal.hueandgrace.com, I'm going to put it in the chat so you can open it up too. And you should have gotten an email, like the first email from Hugh and Grace would have been a link to your back office here. But this is like the most gorgeous back office in the whole world. But you'll kind of be able to, I want you to just go play with it. So you've got all your information here around your stats for the month and previous months, all of your links that when, the first thing you want to be able to do is know where your links are. And Carly gave a great tip today. And I did this too. I have a note in my phone. I have an iPhone and I use my notes section on my phone and on my laptop all the time. But I copy these links and I make shortcuts for myself. But at any point, if you want to enroll an advocate, you would just copy this link. If you have an affiliate, if you have a retail, which is our brick and mortar, if you have a customer, so it's all right there, which is awesome. I use this product guide all the time. If I'm talking to someone about products and I'm asking them questions and I'm making recommendations, I also just copy this beautiful little catalog. And I'll even show you what that looks like here. I can open up a tab. Just because I really like visuals and I think any kind of third-party tool is what we call it, is really lovely. So if you didn't see this lovely catalog yet, oops, it's not going, there we go. And it shows, and this is also, all of these things, I want you to go click them. Go spend some time, click these things yourself, spend some time doing the reading, print whatever you need to get printed off at Staples or your house. But this is your training. This is how you go learn, right? You don't have to memorize every single ingredient of every product. I don't want you to feel like you need to be a hormone health expert, but if at any point someone does ask you about something, go to these resources and like study it, regurgitate it, and then share this. You can just use these as your leverage there. Okay. And then we've got like down here, we've got just like our updated news. My favorite thing in the world is the rank widget. So who can I use as an example? Anyone? Raise your hand if I can type your name in and we'll use you as an example. Ashley. Okay. So we're going to type in Ashley. So anyone in your entire downline, you can find, you can search by first or last name and pull them up. Okay. And then you can do it for yourself as well. So you can show where you're current and you would click and it will show you what your criteria is for that rank. So Ashley's personal volume, she needs 70 more for her PV, and that personal volume is your personal orders, your personal sales. Okay. And then organizational volume is PV plus anything that like the team you're building is built, it like brings in. So if she had 500 in PV, that would be 500 in OV as well. Okay. So that this goes into that. So that's that associate advocate. Now, if we go to senior advocate is my first goal for all of you guys. If you choose to accept it, if you're looking to build and grow, that by no means are you being pushed there if that's not your goal, but it is that first rank that really starts to like unlock some of those bonuses. You can get all the way through senior advocate without recruiting a single advocate. You can get to this rank just by sales. So because you see there's no structure requirement here. So personal volume is 300, organizational volume is 800. Beachbody, that would be like emerald. Okay. So, and then the big first leadership rank is like senior mentor, which is kind of like a really nice solid diamond if you're a Beachbody person. So, and then you look here, and what I wanted to show about that is when it says leg paid as, so anyone you enroll as your first level, your personally sponsored person goes on their own leg. We don't have a weak leg or strong leg here. If you have 2 advocates, you have 2 legs. If you have 10 advocates, you have 10 legs on that first level. So that just means that one leg needs to be a senior advocate, okay, or 3 of them actually. So for senior mentor, the requirement is 3 legs paid as senior advocate, okay? So we'll go through that more, and we're not going to spend more time talking about ranks there, but I just want you to play with this, and as you move up, also make sure you tell your upline if you hit a rank because we don't get a notification. I've asked for that. We're going to work on it, but I don't get like a notification saying that like someone hit a rank unless I'm like actively watching it, and I don't always know like when things are moving and shaking in someone's business. So do ping them, and because we do want to celebrate you and shout you out and all that stuff. And then down here you've got your quick links for your subscription, your personal website, your growth stats. You get an email anytime someone orders, you get an email anytime someone enrolls, but you can see some happy news there, and that's your entire downline and just all sorts of fun stuff. Okay. So, so there's that. Spend some time and clicking on all these things too. So you can see if you want to start your own order, like you're like, I need to go, I want to order, I saw someone talking about triple boost. I hadn't ordered that yet. You want to order it, go to start your own order, and that will open up your own shopping page at your discount. So logged in with your discount. Okay. What I like to do with this though is if someone, say I was talking to someone, and they were asking about triple boost, and I have my customer link right here, right? We just talked about it. But what I actually will go and do often is I'll go find the product we're talking about. So if we're talking about triple boost, and I'll just copy the URL straight to that product. Okay, that's my little hack. You can see that's my advocate ID. So I know that that's going to link right to my site. It's going to link at full price, but then I know that they're going to see that one thing they can, and then as they shop, they'll see the other things on the website.
Jamie, real quick. So can you, I know former business, you could build a cart. So when you say that, and I've done it that way, if they're like, hey, I want to grab triple boost and then like cleansing bar, do you send them the triple boost and then say, go add it on or?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'll send, if it's not something that comes in a bundle somewhere on our site, then yeah, I'll just tell them to add it on. I'll tell them like where to find it. We have, each of the verticals like skin, health, home.
Right.
So,
Have they thought about doing that moving forward? Have they talked about that at
have
all?
we have a beta share cart option, and
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it. You have to like set up an entire account for them. Like you have to give them a password, and it takes their Hello 10 away, which I'll talk about in a second. So
Okay.
it's a
Okay.
little clunky. At some point, I'm sure they'll have something a little smoother, but what I have found is that when they see all the other things, they are more likely to add some of the other things on their own, because it's so pretty. So I do feel like people
There
like sell themselves by seeing all the other options out there.
also, is there something when you do share it, if they're adding it to say, hey, spend this much more and you get free shipping, like a pop-up?
It will on the, yep, on the, as
Okay.
they are checking out, it'll tell them if you subscribe and save over 100. Yes, it will give you those prompts and then it'll tell them if they're eligible for promotions.
Okay.
And you can apply the promotion, but I do tell them that myself in the chat when I give them the link or if I know they're about to go shopping. And
Right.
let me show you what that, hold on. So for customers, um, there are a few fun things. Actually, is this the slide I wanted to show? Hold on. No, that's the one I wanted. Okay. Just don't get dizzy. So we do have our customer program. We have a referral program. So our you can, and these are things I want you to know so that you can tell your customers that these are options for them. We have a really great customer program. So if Kimberly was shopping with me and she's my customer, and she loves the products, I can let her know. And then actually in our a welcome email, which I have templated for everyone, it'll tell them how to get their customer referral link. But Kimberly, like, wants to share the link to the 5-in-1 cleanser. She has a referral link. She can send that with friends and as a customer. And then when they spend over $50, she gets $10 in product credit for each purchase and they get $10 off their order. So that is, and then those become my customers if she's my advocate, if she's my customer, but she's banking up free product just by sharing her referral link. And then say one day Kimberly decides, you know what, I'm referring all these people. I might as well just be an advocate. And so she upgrades her account. All of those customers she's referred just naturally get pulled over under her. So she's launching as an advocate with all of her referrals, which is pretty cool, right? I think that's a pretty neat feature. I let customers know that if they choose as they're checking out, and you probably saw this when you enrolled, you guys, there's a button next to each product where you click it, and it says subscribe and save. That's our HG Insider program, which is our customer program for those that go on subscription. So every month we have those HG Insider, those auto ships go on either the 1st, 5th, or 15th. Their first order can be whatever date they enroll, but then ongoing, they can pick those subsequent orders on either the 1st, 5th, or 15th. And then they'll get, if it's over $100, they get free shipping and 10% off. So really nice discount there, as well as every dollar spent turns into HG Insider points, which bank up and become cash for free products. So some really nice customer programs that also get them eligible. Oftentimes when we launch new things like HG Insiders and Advocates get them first, etc. So, and are invited to master classes and whatnot. So I like to touch on this for these getting started calls because I want you to know like how to guide your customers through a really great experience. We have more resources. That's just kind of a quick overview for that. But one of the things I really appreciate about Hugh and Grace is that like their commitment to a good quality customer experience and customer service is like bar none. I never have to fight to make something right for a customer, even if it was on accident. Like they will always make it right, even if Hugh and Grace is not the one at fault. I can go in and edit a cart. Like if Ashley's auto ship, as my customer was going out on the 15th, in 5 days, I can check in with her and say, okay, Ash, it looks like you've got the routine coming. Are you good on that? And she's like, yeah, I'm ready for more. Could you add the 5-in-1 face cleanser to my cart for me too? Or she's like, actually, no, I'm going on vacation. I'm stocked up. Can you push that to November? Anything I need to do, whether it's cancel, edit, modify, change the date, I have the ability as her advocate to go and edit that cart, which is really nice functionality. As long as I don't think we ever abuse that, like then that should stay, but it's really nice to have. Same, like I had a couple customers last month that had so many HG Insider points. They had enough to get triple boost for free when it launched. So I went in and I was able to actually start their order, process their order, get it shipped to them, use their points, all for them. They didn't have to lift a finger. And they loved that. Some people don't want that, but we are able to do that, which I think is pretty cool. So, any questions about there's a customer management button. You can do all, play around. It'll make more sense when you have, start building that customer list, but we have some really great resources there. We also have, if you ever have an issue, you can go to the submit a ticket button, which is like within 48 hours max. On the weekend, we don't have we don't have advocate care on the weekend. So if it's during the week, but anytime you have an issue, there's a submit a ticket. You just submit it, whether it's like, hey, I need to know, you know, what we use for our bitter blockers in our ingredient, or I'm getting an error message on this, or I had a credit card decline, or I need this report. Can you help me figure this out? Anything you need, you can submit a ticket. If it's something urgent, you guys, and you're like, this is really time sensitive, just text me or Sarah or whoever. We can help make things move faster, but generally they're pretty responsive to those sort of needs. Okay. And then subscriptions and trackers. I'm not going to go through all these, but I do want to highlight the Boost program because I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But you are all in your Boost period. So I want you to be familiar with that. I'm not, so it's not going to show me anything. But let me talk about the Boost period. But you're going to be able to see that, as well as if you go to this escape tracker.
Hey, Jamie, do you want to use mine? Can you do that?
Um, do you want to share?
I don't
If you
care.
your screen, I don't think I can see
Oh, you
your.
can't look at my boost?
Actually, let me see. I don't know that I've ever tried.
I
Oh,
just thought
I
if you needed.
can. No,
Oh, there you go.
I've never actually tried that. Um, so let's see. So I can see what Sarah's going on with her boost here. I'm gonna export this. Um,
Yeah,
and
I don't know what you're doing right now, but there you go.
we'll look at that in a second, but let me show you what boost is, because I think, as we get started, you are in your boost period. So this is our new advocate and like enhancement program. So that anything you earn, whether it's customer commission, whether it's bonuses from building a team, etc. In addition to that, during your boost period, you're going to earn extra cash for just building and getting started. So every 5 customers you order over $75, okay, within your boost is an extra $50. Every 2 advocates you enroll that are active advocates is an extra $100. And then every month in your boost that you're a senior advocate is 100, or if you're a mentor, it's 200. And this is just cash on top. So if you sign up 20 advocates, you guys, that's an extra $100 or $1,000, right? You sign up 4 advocates, that's an extra $200. So it like 10x's. It multiplies as much as you do. It's not just stop at 5. It doesn't just stop at 2. And so boost is the month you enroll, which for most of you is October, and then the next 3 full months. So November, December, and January, which is really exciting because we launch hair care in January. So you're going to still be able to which I think will be a really big launch for us, for everyone, because we all have hair and we all like washing our hair and making it look pretty. So I think that will be a really nice one. And so anyway, you'll be able to maximize that. So let's look at that report that I just downloaded. And this is, come on, open up. And this is Sarah's boost. So we've got 5 advocate enrollments. So who wants to do the math? How much extra has she earned with 5 active advocate enrollments based off of the boost graphic here?
Well,
It's
this
not
uncle
showing
is
the
signing up right
download.
now.
What? Oh, you can't
It's
see it.
not
Sorry.
showing the download, just your window.
Oh, well, I will try again. Hold on. There we go. So she's got 5. So this is what her boost activity is so far, which is amazing in a week's time. So she's got 5 active advocates, which is how much in boost? Any guesses? $200 so far, which is pretty great. So every 2, so when she gets the 6 advocate, that'll be an extra 100. So it'll be 600 or 300 total, just extra, which is pretty great. Any questions about boost? I'm looking at the oh yeah, sorry. You guys can unmute. I didn't see the chat. I was like, no one's answering. Thank you for answering. Okay, I'm looking in the chat. Did I miss anything? And then Allie sent in the chat we made some graphics that kind of break down the customer program, so you can save that. I also use this. I'll show you a picture of it bigger. It's in the chat so you can download it. But I send this to customers too. I put it in my info group. I kind of use this graphic so they can see some of the great perks of being a customer. Okay.
And then everybody, I would assume that's on this call, they get it to the end of January just because of when they enrolled.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? Okay.
It's pretty great. Okay. So that is Boost, that's the back office. We've covered a bit there. There's one more thing I want to show you in the back office, and I'll share my screen again. 2 6. Okay, so we're back here. Now let's go back to the home. So I want you to know where all the resources are. Now, this isn't designed to overwhelm you, but rather hopefully empower you to know that like all the information in the world is at your fingertips, everything you need. So first is the Knowledge Center. So it's in your, that's again in that portal. And we're gonna let that open. So this is like a training, like your training. So you can yours will look a little different at the very beginning, but you can earn badges and unlock next steps. And there's a little like mini quiz after each section, but it's a really great just a company training on how all these things work. So what an HG Insider is, how subscribe and save works, how to manage things, etc. So mine just doesn't look as pretty because I've gone through it all a few times, but yours will look a little bit easier or a little bit cleaner. So I know a lot of people really enjoy like unlocking the badges, and it feels nice to like check stuff off the list, but do spend some time here. This is a really great resource for you.
And as a newbie, Jamie, just to let people know, like I was kind of overwhelmed, that word, but it'll say like at the like when you go through it, sometimes there's a video and there's no sound, just an FYI, because I'm like, what is wrong with my computer? Some don't have sound, it's just kind of showing you something, but then there's other ones that have people that talk. So don't be alarmed like I was. And then some of them have like little like 2 questions, and then it'll say, I don't know if it says go to the next or whatever, and that way you know you're going through it. Because I would finish one, I'm like, well, wait, how do I go back to find it? So if
Yeah,
you get lost,
it kind of hides when you've done it, which I don't love, but it
right,
like
yeah.
moving forward, yeah. So, but all these things are also and if you ever see something that like they've updated a lot this year because we've been kind of riding them hard to like make sure everything on here is really up to date. But if there's ever something, a link that's broken, or if you're like, I'm pretty sure this video should have sound, like send me the link, submit a ticket, one or both, and we'll make sure it gets fixed because there are a few things that as things have changed and evolved and we updated tech, like I think some of those like little tech things didn't carry over. So all right, I want to show you the resource library. So there's all these things. This is all the Knowledge Center. You go to the resource library in here. This is where I spent probably 90% of my time as I was learning brand new. I looked through every single folder. I read everything in here. I just like soaked it up. A lot of this you don't have to do anymore because we kind of like pulled systems from it, but I want you to know that it's all in here. We do big stuff with holiday season, which I know this was really out of my wheelhouse when we first started last holiday, but it's pretty fun. We do really great gift sets and special packaging and gift bags and special limited time products and things like that. We had our annual conference last month, and so called Elevate. So all the resources from that are there. But I will ask you to do your homework tonight or this weekend is to go to the October folder and watch the October kickoff call. And there's the slide deck is right here. So resource library, October kickoff call. And you'll get a really great sense of what you'll see every month and how they set up the flow and energy of the company every month. What recognition feels like on a monthly cadence, etc. So Ben and Sarah talk. They talk about any promos going on for the month. There's always like there's always a fun promo going on, whether it's a fun gift or like this month you get like our customers get double HG Insider points for triple boost. Like all those things are listed in here, but again, that was something I wasn't used to. And like there's always like a sale or something that fun to talk about if you want. So that's in here. So that's my like, if I'm allowed to give you homework assignment, that will be your homework assignment. But just spend some time clicking around in that. And there's so much stuff in here. Are there any questions about this? Yes. So actually, do you want to hear about do you want to talk about that, Sarah, what was coming up?
Well, which the makeup or the question that Lee had?
Oh, I didn't see the question. Hold on.
Lee just said, I have a question. Advocate is building business, affiliate and customer. What's the difference? So,
Great. Actually, I'll show you.
okay, good. Because
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to screw it
I
up.
know. Oh, do you want to tackle it? It's right here. Do you want to?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll talk so you don't have to talk so much. So, affiliate, think of it as like you're just providing a link. You're providing a link. You're not building a team. You don't get that volume from a team or anything like that. So, it's really just like if you're on your story or you see someone and you have a link and you send it to them, you're literally just sending them the link to purchase the product and then it's 20% commission. Yes. But yeah, you get a personalized 10% off discount code with it and the website with it. So the advocate is really it's the leaders, right? You want to build an organization. So you get 25% off discount on all products, you get the website, and you can earn up to 40% commission on sales. And that just you start at 25. And then I don't know if Jamie, you want to go into that, but just think of it as the more you sell, the more commission you will earn. I think it's like, what is it, 10,000, you earn 40% or something,
Those up right
right?
here.
Am I doing my studies right?
Yep. So at $10,000 in sales, you'll be at 40% commission.
Which,
So
guys, I know sounds like 10,000. I'm telling you, like, you are where you are right now. We're all beginners right now. But once you start to build that customer base, knowing they have, I think Sarah said it was a 72% retention, like people reorder, which is
yeah,
unheard of, that adds up. And then people are like, oh, there's a holiday. I'd love to get this for my mom. I'd love to do this. And the more you talk about it, the more, like, if you're excited, they get excited. And so that's the whole advocate part of that. And then the customer is just that. You're just sending that customer link to them. So it's just like affiliate advocate, or they're just a customer.
perfect. And so as an advocate, we can enroll affiliates and we can enroll customers and we can enroll retail. Affiliates and retail earn money as well, but the advocates are kind of like who enroll those two things. So the idea is that we meet people where they're at. So if someone's like, look, I just want to be able to post a link, don't talk to me about team building, don't talk to me about leadership, I don't care about earning trips, like all those things, then yeah, an affiliate would be the right route for them. However, I tend to just tell people that are thinking affiliate, I'm like, well, you earn 5 extra percentage just by being an advocate. Like you're going to earn 25% commission versus 20. You don't have to build a team ever, right? Like also they'll earn product credits. And I wanted to show you that.
And
With,
also, you never know what customer or person's going to be like, wow, this is incredible. Can I do this? And then you'll lose out on their volume. So I think signing up as an advocate is so advantageous for everyone. And then if you want to like reevaluate after 3 to 6 months, I don't know, that's my opinion.
yeah. And so I think so one of the things we've kind of like been able to examine the last year is like, we don't there is option for like having like a discount advocate, like where I kind of let people like make the decision, like you can sign up as an advocate and get that 25% savings, but just know that that will come out of your customer, like that'll come out of your immediate commissions because you earn a lot different. You'll earn less money up front, but it will may bank and build over time because that might be someone that becomes a business builder, or it might be that you want to pass the savings on to them versus you get the commissions for yourself. But they do miss their boost period if they become like a discount person and they, take a while to start building a business. So some people feel really strongly about only signing up advocates if they want to build a business. I kind of let people decide myself. I'm like, well, you decide, like you might risk losing your boost period. But if it's, you save money, you stick around longer, then that's a win. So it can kind of go either way. And then we can talk later about more about the retail advocate, but just know that if you've got local shops that you go to, chiropractor, yoga studio, hair salon, med spa, IV bar, but like gym, and they sell products on their shelves, and they might want to sell our products on their shelves, you can enroll them as a wholesaler, like as a retail advocate, and and they'll buy it the 30% off. They mark it up in their shop, and then all of their orders go through you, which goes through your organizational volume. So we have a really unique channels to sell and to find people that want to earn money, which means that and this is one of the things I like to want to talk about, like, we have people being really successful building off social media, belly to belly, like going to like selling in their community, building connections in those businesses in their communities, doing home parties or pop-ups, customer appreciation nights with local businesses. Like we can talk, we have a couple trainings that are really in depth on those things that we've already done that are in our library, and I'll show you where that is located in a second. But it was one of the things that made me fall in love with Hugh and Grace, because I was like, just not everyone wants to be online all the time. Like a lot of people are burnt out or just don't want to life cast or want to be able to just limit their time and put their phone down or just need a little energy mix up. And so knowing that, or they're just not that, like they're not the person that's going to have the big social media following, or like I don't have people clamoring for my link on social media, so it's like that is also a reality for people. And then so like, how do we help them be successful? How can we help them find and get in front of the people that do want to buy from them and work with them? So having ways to build online and offline or a hybrid, I think, is really special. And we're seeing some people have a lot of fun, people that never really saw success for years and years because that social media was just not working for them. It wasn't the means for them, that didn't resonate with them. And like, they are just crushing it. So we have a lot of tools for that, but just know that I want you to get excited about how you're going to get in front of people. Craft fairs are totally allowed. Yeah, absolutely. We have, I would say, like, I've seen a couple people do expos, but I know those cost a lot of money to get into. So I would just say, like mitigate your investment, right? I want you to make sure you're not going really upside down. Like, it's one thing to invest in yourself and invest in products, and if you want to do samplers or whatever, but like, don't be spending more money than you're making unless you got money to burn. Okay. So, which I don't know who does, but I don't. But you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of those things cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And until you know that there's a lot of opportunities to do those sorts of things for free. That would be my little unasked for advice there. And we can talk through, if there's a few minutes at the end, we can talk through some ideas. I think that just got some people really excited. So I see a bunch of questions, but I'll point you to those resources at the end. But I did want to also show you one more thing. So we also have a team drive. So most everything that was in the Knowledge Center and then everything we've created as a team in the last year is in this team Google Drive. And I'm going to put the link there. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. This is the chat. I'm going to put the link here. So I want you to add to shortcut. When you click on it, usually there's a little triangle with a plus. You can add it to shortcuts. When you open your Google Drive, it'll be there. And in this, if you're like, oh my gosh, home parties sound really fun, well, then go here and click the home parties folder and look at all the things in here that are home parties. If you're like, oh, I want to go pitch to some retail businesses, here's all of the resources you need for that. But what I want you to see is the getting started folder, because it has everything that you need, including like a daily business, like to-do list tracker, the guide to those first few ranks, like, trackers. And hey, Abby, I don't know if you can hear the water slurping from the dog, sorry. If you want to do like an info group, a private info group on Facebook, here's a template for it. We've got the advocate enrollment button, everything you need. I don't need to go through all it, but it's all right here, including like my welcome email that you can use as a template. Edit it, modify it, make it your own, use it as you launch. And then every single training call, which is here. So these are all the trainings we've done for the last year. You can look at the topics. There are no specific order other than that newest at the top, oldest at the bottom. But if you're like, oh, here's the retailer training that they did, I want to watch that. If that was something you're wanting to learn more about, we have once a month, we do forward-facing, free, public hormone health harmony events. We call them hormone harmony events. They're like little mini master classes. They're about 15, 20 minutes. If you follow me, you've probably seen me stream them on my Facebook page once a month. But the idea was that we don't have to be hormone health experts. Most of us are not. And I don't want you feeling like you need to be, but it is part of like getting people interested and helping like raise that level of consciousness collectively is to like go and educate. So we've come away with some really fun. We've done like everything skincare. We've talked about liver and toxin load. We did a whole lymphatic drainage tutorial night. We've done we did, we had special topics night where we talked about PCOS and endometriosis. We talked about so all of these are here, but we do these with, we pull the leaders and the experts within our team to do these fun little trainings. So, I think that I've learned a lot from these. I by no means expect you to sit here and spend hours and hours over the next couple of weeks watching every single one of these, but know that they're here and they would be good things to listen to while you're driving or while you're walking around the block or you're at the park with the kids or whatever, folding laundry, whatever you like to, plug when you put something in your ear and go. And then these are just recorded business opportunities, and some power hours. So all of that is here and it is in this getting started folder. It is also in our team page. So we have one big team page. We really lead together. We lead collaboratively. We do most of our trainings like different leaders. We round robin it so that you're always kind of getting something from everyone else. But under the featured, like you can look at guides. Everything you need is in the guides as well. A lot of this is in multiple places. So if you're like, I'm good at looking for stuff on Facebook, but I always forget Google Drive, then you're pretty much covered. Just pick one and find it. But under featured, you're going to find everything that you need. So a little bit about the upcoming team retreats, that tracker, that daily to-do list, the team Google Drive link. If you're like, wait, how do I find that Google Drive? Well, it's pinned at the top of the team page. So you're good there. The trainings for that I just showed you, this document here. And I wonder why it's not showing. There we go. So that's all there. So so the most important stuff is pinned at the top there. And then oops, I like to I use anytime we have like events, like tonight in 12 minutes, Kelsey Smith is hosting a call. We don't normally have so many calls, but she's hosting a special call specific to helping those making this big leap in the last 2 weeks to kind of like what we need to unlearn to really like lean in here. But those are the things I wanted to show you. The back office, and then how to find things in the team page and how to find things in the Google Drive and just know that they're there. Click around, go be a river and like carve out your path here. So, are there questions about that before I say a couple other things? As far as like starting, I would pick something as a goal, whether it's a rank. For me, last fall, it was like we were earning a trip to Maui. The month I started, we had just started. I think I was a month behind on earning the trip to Maui. And I was like, I'm going to Maui. And so I just looked at those points and I was like, how I need to earn points. And I just hyper focused on earning those points because I knew that would also move my business forward. So we're earning the points for for Puerto Rico right now, which is our trip in April. We just started, so it's kind of on even playing field. And you earn point and you can go to your back office and like look at that tracker and like look at all the things like how you earn points. But that's with customers, retention of new customers, retaining customers, customers on subscription, those are all points, enrolling advocates is points, etc. Okay. So or like pick a rank goal or set an income goal and then we can reverse engineer that. But like do pick a goal and like start building building that scaffolding towards that. And that's where like you and Sarah and I, or you and Sarah, or you and me, like we can really dig into that and like reverse engineer what that looks like daily. And then figure out the way you're going to get in front of people. A lot of us, we just spent a lot of one-on-one time. I picked up the phone. I, said the chat, can we chat? Can we get on the phone? I really want to talk with you. Let's have a heart to heart. Voice memos. Some people are really solid in social media and they were able to social sell, attraction market. Others really got, like they did coffee days, they did wine nights at their house, they did home party, they had girls' nights, they did lunches. They got really creative and fun with it. And yes, you can get into your back office or the Google Drive or the team page all from your phone. They're all mobile friendly. but just tune into like what feels really fun for you and know that like this gets to look however you want it to look. Most of us were for at least a month, we're not forward facing. So I think all of us really launched completely in the dark, completely private to the world. So we really got, you can really move the needle just in I think it's one-on-one conversations, those one-on-one relationships. But of course, if you are leveraging social media, you can reach a lot more people a lot faster. So figure out what that looks like for you. Maximize, I would say, like you've got Boost. We've had people, I've seen girls or women earn like thousands of extra in Boost. So like really maximizing that because they just like swung for the fences there. And just know that this is a pivot. Like it's still wellness. It's really exciting. I think of it as like this graduated next level up from fitness and nutrition or weight loss. Like we get to have a bigger, broader, more expansive conversation around health and wellness now, which is really cool. Because it just opens the door to so much more. I think more abundance versus like that, the lack of like, taking things away like food and weight. I just think it just feels a lot more energetically awesome, and healthy and healing. So, but like just this will happen. I see people winning here all the time, but we got to fight, like make sure you're taking care of this space right here. Okay. Cause if we compare or you're like, I'm too late to the game, or I'm never going to be able to do this again, whatever it is, like we all have this, that inner monologue, that inner mean girl that's going to defeat us if we don't do that work. And like I said, like put on those blinders, plug the ears, and like just take care of that. Whether it's we're not gonna do toxic positivity here or just be like go do more PD, but like if you need to go tune into some personal development or you need someone to cheer you up, like do that work if you need to, but focus on like the fun. That I want you to feel joyful and peaceful here. And I think if you just prioritize those things, it's just going to take care of itself. But you're not alone in it. So do lean on the leaders, and because we're here to help. So that is all I wanted to cover, but I'm sure there are some questions, so we can dig into that if you want to ask away.
I just want to say, because I'm only a week in, this is a lot of information. Trust me. Like you look at this and you're like, what? Like sometimes me, I piece out. I tend to get like, oh my gosh, it's so much. And then so just look at this as like you're in kindergarten. Jamie just gave you all the resources to graduate high school.
Yes.
You don't have to know everything. Just know, like what she said, moving in, what can I do today to move my business forward? You will never get pressure from Jamie. You'll never get pressure from Hugh and Grace. You'll never get pressure from me. And I love that. So just take a breath because I know, because it's a lot. And I can't tell you how many times I went into that back office and I'm like, wait, where am I? What just happened? It's literally like riding a bike. You're going to wobble for a long time. You're going to fall off, but eventually you'll get it. We're just here as your training wheels. And I'm like brand spanking new. So I'm going to screw up. I'm going to fail. I'm not afraid to fail because I know that that's one step closer to being successful. So don't get overwhelmed and shut down like it's too much. I can't know it. Yes, you can, because you use all these products anyway. I mean, you do, and make it just as simple as that. So try not to overlook. Okay. I just want to say that in case you get overwhelmed.
That's super great. No, that's so true. And so those of you who came from, the same place I did, like there was a lot of pressure all the time with points and arbitrary like goals and targets that you didn't necessarily ask for, you were just given, or this idea of like if you mess up even a little bit, then you screwed yourself out. Like there is no points of any sort. You get to set your goals. If you want to focus on recruiting, then have fun. If you like selling, have fun. If you want to do a hybrid, do it. Like you get to stick in your zone of genius, but also like Human Race will always give you the benefit of the doubt. They'll always make something right for you. You're never going to have to, like, if you're 10 PV away from a goal and you oops, I messed up, they will make it right for you. They're not going to just say, so sad, too bad. Like, that's just not the energy here. So you can also, like, just take that pressure off and that fear I think we carried around for a long time. Like, they want you to win. We want you to win. So, and they will always make sure you win. So I even had someone that was nowhere near earning their travel credit for Hawaii, but she thought she did earn the travel credit. I don't know where she got the number. She just looked in the wrong spot. It was her belief this whole time she earned it. Come back from the trip, she's like, where was my travel credit? And I'm like, well, you didn't earn it. And she's like, but I did. And I'm like, she's like, Jamie has a screenshot. I'm like, yeah, the screenshot said you didn't earn it. And she's like, oh man, but you know, Grace was so sad that she was so sad. They gave it to her. Like they just made it right. And they will always make it right. I mean, that's a big example because that was a lot of money, but like that was, they just they just want us to win. So, okay. Anyone excited? Okay. I see smiles. Yeah, I know. I was like, well, they're like, what do you want us to do, Jamie? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, she didn't earn it. Like, I think that sucks, but I'm sure she'll get over it. And then they were like, yeah, well, we'll just give it to her anyways. So I was like, I didn't know that was an option. That's even better. So anyway, that's just the spirit of our corporate team, like period. So, okay, we've got 3 minutes for questions. What's one action you're going to take after either tonight or tomorrow from this call? Big or small? I dare someone to unmute and tell me. Triple dog dare. Yeah, good job, Ashley.
Yeah, Tiffany, it is definitely different.
Yeah.
Tracker for Puerto Rico. Giddy up.
Yes. Okay. So if you, yep, play around with I like that, Lee.
Yeah, once you all, does everyone who drop in the comments who still doesn't have their product? Because obviously that will be a big difference. Just me. Just dive in. Good.
Nice.
Oh, I'm jealous Tiffany you already got yours.
Yeah, Cody just signed up like an hour ago, so she hasn't gotten hers yet. Okay, perfect. Well, it was so nice meeting all of you, or some of you, and those that I didn't know yet. And I'm gonna stop recording.